Commencing transmission. Engaging disclaimers. Proxy chain initialized. WFTA TV is now on the air.
Good morning. This is WFTA Television, commencing broadcast activities for today. WFTA broadcasts on YouTube. WFTA is owned by Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Our programming is brought to you live via the interwebs on videotape and film. We invite you to join us for another day of broadcasting on WFTA, your YouTube toy channel.
You are watching WFTA Television.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. You're watching Late Night, and I am Bill, your host. Let's see who's here tonight. Very early on, Johnny Sorensen came in, said he'd check it out later. Check it out later then, Johnny. Good to see you. Screw your feelings. Hello in headlock, says he. Sean coming in. Sean Games, drunk. Then Mr. George Valentine, good evening, good sirs in chat. Good to see you, George. Black Siverac, the Rickster. Radical Mom, Mary Atwell. And Motu Jones are in there. He eats his waffles with peanut butter. All right. Sounds good, man. Gilster. Hey, what's happening, dude? Master Mike Fee in the house. Man, good to see you made it, sir. Hope you're feeling better tonight. Moving on down. Let's see. Yeah, we got it. Got everybody caught up. Good to see everybody tonight. Trying to get the old chat here to roll along. It's kind of crapping out on me every now and again, but we're going to get it going. We got a good show tonight. We got our memes of the week we got planned for you. We've also got Jonezer's Comic Corner coming up, and I've got 2 bouts of wrestling from a show that I went to see not too long ago, and there we go. So let's take care of everything. It looks like Rickster's looking for OBS. He wants us to stay shushing about the things that he said, like her being his GF girlfriend. You know, she can come in and she might look at the chat and see what you said, Jack. You don't ever know. She might be lurking right now and not saying a word. You know how she do. Let's get Jonezer in the house and let's get this show on the road.
What's up, everybody? It's Jonezer, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this!
What's up?
Hey there, we got Mean Gene Jonezer here, ready to watch some wrestling action there, Gorilla. Let's do this.
We got it going on for sure. It was a pretty good show, and I think everybody will like it. And I do want to promote their channel. It's Crossroads Wrestling here on YouTube. They've got Facebook. They've got a web presence as well, and they're part of an independent promotion here in the Mid-South. I want to say it's UWA or something like that out of Arkansas. There's some good guys, and
Awesome.
they do a lot of charity work. The show that we're going to watch tonight was a charity show.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we can get them some more exposure. You know, one thing I wanted to say for our audience here, if they're not exposed to independent wrestling, this is not the WWF. These guys, you're not going to see the Macho Man or 20-year veterans. So the production value is going to be what it's going to be. The show is going to be what it's going to be. But I still think, and I've been to a few independent shows myself, Bill, these guys put on a lot of effort, and they're not getting paid much to do so. And they take all the falls, all the bumps, do all the work for none of the money.
We need a Piper's Pit video on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. I might be able to pull something off like that if I had a Piper figure here. I haven't been able to locate one. If somebody can help me locate one, I would appreciate that. We can get that done. But as far as showing WWF videos on here, we ain't doing that, because that would get me shut down quicker than I'll get out.
I'll tell you what, if they want to see a Piper's Pit video, one of you guys volunteer, you can come over to Jonezer's place and I'll smack you with a coconut and we can do this.
There's a video I haven't yet watched, but it was Piper interviewing some jobber, and he just slam blasts him, and I need to watch that video. Hey, No Way Farms, good to see you. How's the little one? JCW got me big into the indie stuff back in the day. And things take time, Bill. Don't rush it. All right, don't worry about it there, Gilster. We roll to our own schedule here on Weird Fantastic Toys.
Absolutely. March to the beat of our own drum and our own insanity.
That box that you sent me, I think it might just have a Piper in it, my friend. I need to go and look in that box again. You know, I only cursory looked through it because it was basically a parts box. But that's going to be cool. There you go. All is well. Thank you. All right, good deal, man. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Forgot to ask this, guys, but sound check. Check 1, 2. How you sounding? How sounds are sounding? Is everything going all right? Give me a 5x5 there in the
come
chat.
in loud and clear.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you do have a complete dash in there. I saw him. I've got one of those as well, but this is great. 5x5 says Moway Farms. Thank you. Mike P says sounds good. 5x5 says Lex Siverack. We're good. Sounds great, guys, says Mary Atwell. All right. Well, we got a lot of show to do today, and we need to get started on it. So, sounds perfectly peachy keen, says Sean. There you go. You sound like those Bruce Lee Kung Fu movies. Do we sound like that? My Kung Fu. Greater than your Kung Fu.
When you take the pebble from my hand, only then can you leave the temple.
Get it started, old man!
That's one way to do it.
There's no copyright strike on classical music and bagpipe music. Depends.
Depends on which version or which recording you're using.
Yeah.
Because the music itself may not be copyright. You're free to perform it. Do you know how? If you don't know how to perform it and you're taking someone else's performance, that performance may or may not be copywritten.
Nightwing has been going comic book shopping here lately, and he showed me a lot of covers of some comics he got. He got issue 1 of Batman and the Outsiders, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty good comic. Bill and Jonezer, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventure. Yeah. That is accurate, says Rickster. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning. Yeah. All right. Don't worry about Kenny G. We won't, Rickster. Don't worry about it. It's time for memes of the week. We're going to get that started. We got to get this show on. We got to get going because we got a lot of show tonight.
Memes of the week. Memes of the week.
All right, here's the first one. She's losing a lot of soda. Do something, Dr. Pepper. How do I tell them that I'm only have a PhD in deliciousness?
That he does. 100%. I was representing old Dr. Pepper last night.
You were. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about that when this meme popped up in there. I was like, yeah. Too bad Jonezer isn't wearing his Dr. Pepper shirt. Bill in a suit. You don't see that often, but yeah. Remember we talked about Wolverine, Frank Miller
miniseries. Yeah, it is going up in price. A lot of the Wolverine keys are because of the success of the Deadpool movie. Any comic flippers sitting on Wolverine and Deadpool keys, the time to sell is now.
The time is now.
The time to buy was before that damn movie came out.
What is Coca-Cola doing behind Diet Coke? Gasp. Only you, Rickster. Only you, my friend.
Well, if he sticks his thumb in a certain place, it might get a reaction. It might wake him up.
No. She don't look like she's in very good shape there. Oh, Sean with a $5 super chat. Super sticker says hype. Little hippopotamus there going hype. Good job there, Sean. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate you, sir.
Oh, creative light switches.
I love it. I don't know what we need 2 for, but I'm in.
2 different lights. Go with those 2
Maybe.
hit switches, I guess. I don't know. And let's see what we got next here. A humble suggestion for the next Olympics. Rather have this than Australian breakdancing any day of the week. You seen the Australian breakdancer?
Will men be able to compete in this one too?
Oh, have you seen the Australian breakdancer?
I did not.
Oh, you missed it, man. Kind of hard to see it these days. They keep trying to take it down and copyright it, saying that you can't be using it and crap like that. Screw them. Oh, let's make this chat work. Come on, chat, work.
I'm sure TikTok will do its thing and I'll see it eventually.
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't seen it on the Tiki Talks.
The algorithm might be a little differently adjusted.
Oh, the duck's still on? Or is it night driving? No, it's night driving that's on. Ducks should not be on. Make sure the ducks aren't. I don't see the ducks playing. It was night driving. I got that turned off. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me about that there, Mike. All right. And let's see what's next here on the list. Do you work here? No, I just wear this apron to pick up bitches.
Here's your sign.
Oh, there's Sean's super sticker going through up there with that $5 super sticker. Thank you, sir. Breakdancing was funny as fuck. Gotta love the kangaroo, man. That was some screwed up crap, man. There's a story behind that. I'm not going to get into it because we got a lot of memes to go through here. But yeah, and moving on along here. Porn causes brain damage. Hey guys!
Hey, you guys! Did you see the 2 girls into 1 cup?
Dane Bramage. I got to see them tacos first, then I get in the van. I'm not stupid.
Right. Tacos first. Then whatever.
Fans accuse Hugh Jackman and Henry Cavill of promoting unhealthy body standards. And these are what those fans look like.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they're promoting unhealthy body standards. And that guy's a freaking whale.
He probably does
I mean, I get it
mukbangs
because I'm
and
a
shit
whale
like
myself.
that. Yeah, nasty motherfucker. Living in his mom's basement, live streaming mukbangs.
Right. And when did everybody become so soft and so judgy? It's like,
Well,
wow.
it's been a slow burn through starting, I think around the 2014, 2015 has been getting steadily worse and worse.
What these people need to do is they need to talk to children because, like, children are the most honest people in the world. Like, you walk up and the first thing my niece said to me is, Jesus, Uncle Anthony, how did your belly get so fat?
Yeah, there you go.
I love it. I love it.
Uncle Anthony eats
Tell the
the
truth.
wrong type of food and doesn't care what he puts in his mouth or how much
Right.
of it.
And if it hurt my feelings, well, then tough crap for me. Go freaking do some sit-ups.
And before any of the people who are watching the show, fine people, mind you, get upset with me and Jonezer for making fun of each other for being fat. We're both fat, so we can do that. We don't care. That is the motto of Generation X, if I'm not mistaken. We just don't fucking care.
Well, no. Yeah, that was Generation X. We used to make each other cry for fun on the bus on the way to school. Like, we were hard people. It
was a hard life. I mean, we were fully grown by 9 years old.
Right. We weeded themselves out. If you didn't like getting picked on, learn how to punch them. Didn't you see the Christmas story there, Ralphie?
We raised ourselves.
You had to. You had to put it on the news to let parents know they even had kids.
Yeah, do you know where your kids are? It's 10 o'clock. My mama didn't give a shit where we were as long as we were back in the house by the time the street lights came on.
That was the time.
All right, let's see what's up next here. We got 33 of these, and we're on 8 now. Something that makes me less grouchy be coffee. I agree with that.
Word.
I've got to brew me up another cup right now. And Jonesy's drinking his
Nectar of the
allowed one
gods.
cup right now. So do you get another cup after that tonight, sir? Or is that it for you?
Oh, I get another cup.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill's kind of calling me out here, but yeah, Jonezer's getting tired of his own fat belly and his own fat ass, so he's on the diet. So Jonezer's on the dieting's not hard. You just have to be stick to it. It's a simple program. It's called Eat Less and Move More Fatty, and anybody can do it. And your doctor
Has that been a
approves.
pro tip for losers, or is that an upcoming pro tip?
It's been one before, and it's gonna be an upcoming one. It's gonna be Eat Less, Move More Fatty.
There you go. Here we go. The wipe and wax toilet paper.
Nice. Free hair removal with it.
Oh yeah, you won't have those hairs in your butt crack anymore after you pull that out. Oscar was always treated like crap on Sesame Street. He didn't give a shit either.
Lived in a freaking trash can.
Yeah.
You know what I liked though is Oscar had the little wormy, his little friend.
Yeah.
Little worm. I like that thing. They need to bring Wormy back. I don't remember seeing him in a while.
I haven't watched Sesame Street since they moved it over to off of PBS to that other channel thing. Yeah, Sean, I agree with you there. Though this toilet paper will remove those dingleberries like a champ. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Probably only have to use 2 sheets instead of wiping 40,000 times because you keep seeing freaking crap on the paper.
Oh, that's when a piece breaks off in there and you can't get it out.
That was a good. Me and my friends, we used to rip each other. Hey, the last time you got a piece of ass is when your finger went through the toilet paper.
We had to do that when I was in the Army. 1 sheet with a hole in it. That cleans you up pretty good and you don't waste toilet paper. Yeah, did you ever have this irrational fear as a child?
Yeah. I remember being little enough where I worried about them coming up through the toilet too.
I used to worry about snakes coming up through the toilet.
That actually can happen though, right?
Yeah, it can. I don't think this is going to work. I think it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, it might be. Is it weird that the first place my brain went is how do these guys move without any muscle structure?
An animated skeleton walks into a bar, says, "I'd like a beer and a mop."
Right? You're gonna need that. So why didn't the skeleton cross the road?
Why?
He didn't have the guts.
Ew. Wherever you go, Jonezer, always bring water with a lemon and ice cubes and a cut up apples. Good for you.
I love the advice. I feel like I cracked the code. I'm doing a calorie count, and I looked at my jar of pickles, and I saw that there's almost no calories for a pickle spear. I kind of like a good pickle spear.
I like dill pickle spears myself. And speaking of Nightwing, I would take all the health advice from this man that you could take because this man is jacked up, dude. You ought to see him working out. I'll tell you what, Nightwing, I'm going to ask you this. You've sent me some workout videos here in the past. Would you mind if I took those and compilated them together and showed them on the channel? I don't know if you're willing to let yourself be seen on here or not. You let me know. Just email me or text me on the Insta or whatever and let me know. And I would love to make a little video of you working out, put some music behind it. It'd be cool, man.
And inspirational. I don't know if you guys know Bueller, Comics with Bueller. Bueller had lost a tremendous amount of weight and is in great shape right now. And, I'm hoping to have a similar success.
Oh, that sounds good, man. Let me press this and see if it'll start back working again. So Nightwing gives me the thumbs up and says sure thing. So that sounds like something for the future there. And if Jesse Hughes happens to be watching, I'm working on a video for you. I've got to get some pictures that you sent me on your Google Drive downloaded and put together. Go ahead, says Nightwing. Absolutely. Richter says, I train 6 days a week for 2 hours.
Wow, that's good. That's a lot of discipline.
Are you okay? You haven't violated any community standards in a few days.
It's because I hardly go on here anymore, you freaking loser. You freaking banned me for sharing something I found on here.
Only thing I put on Facebook are links to this channel. That's it.
Right.
Same with Twitter eggs. Look, it's Optimus Prime.
Ever since he died in the Transformers movie and they rebuilt him as a mop, he just ain't been the same.
There's another Transformer meme in here. We'll get to it in a minute.
Well, I bet I know what it is.
Read that part again where she burns her whore mouth on my porridge.
Oh, that's great.
Goldilocks. You're making pancakes, Earl? Yeah, I thought I'd surprise you. Are you surprised? Yes, very surprised. I've never seen anyone use the kitty litter scooper for a spatula.
Oh, gross.
Oh, Steve, you can eat that pancake, Grandpa.
That's right. A little crunchy.
Gritty. Once elected, I will be a vegetarian, says the popular politician here to the sheep.
Right. Yeah, well, promise you the moon, the stars, and the sun.
Chocolate chip pancakes, but those chocolate chips don't taste quite like chocolate chips should.
No, I will not eat the cat poop.
Sorry I'm late. My alarm didn't go off because I didn't set it because I don't like coming here.
Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes there's days when I just don't want to go, but you go anyway because you got to make the money.
The bills got to be paid, mortgage got to be made. It's got to happen.
Everyone wants a Jetsons flying car, but not me. I want Rosie to come clean my freaking house.
You know what would be great is she could still call me Mr. J, and it would work out. Bung, bung. Well, that's the toy room for you, Mr. J. Nice.
I baked you some shut the fuck up cakes.
Very, very cool.
She pretty too. She could bake me some shut the fuck up cakes. I'd shut right the fuck up and eat them suckers.
Right.
Best back to school picture I've ever seen. Mom's like, yeah.
Yeah, she's living her best life.
Yeah, she is.
In the pool, got a cold drink.
Looks
Those
like a
kids
light
just
beer
live-
from Miller, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what most chicks drink. Michelob Ultra or whatever.
That mom is hot,
Chick
says the Rickster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's about to be bored most of the day, too, Rickster. So you might want to figure out where she's at.
Yeah. They walk amongst us. They win the Darwin Award.
Oh, he better hope he don't get that turned over.
Look, I saw a video of some guy doing this shit, and he was actually pulling the fucking thing.
Oh, that is no good.
Oh, yeah, you like them thick, huh? Not to be said for them girls with the more pushing for the cushion. There's your Australian breakdancer. There's Ray Gunn right there walking up the side of the building with Batman and Robin.
Nice. Good old Batman and Robin. They had some good cameo appearances when they did those roof scenes there.
Now, I'd like to see the cameo appearance with this stupid bitch right here. You got to see the breakdancing videos, man. That's the stupidest crap I've ever seen in my life. She got a 0 out of 0.
I'll have to search for it.
There you go. This one was from Jonezer. This is Jonezer looking in the mirror, considering making an OF page for himself.
$3.99 a month.
You may not feel anything from the waist down. Just the tits then? That's me right there, Jay.
Well, his mind's still sharp. He's still working.
Speaking of Ray Gunn, she was so bad they've removed breakdancing from the Olympics. That's right. He's not lying. That's true. This is the world on fire. This is me sending memes, and this is Jonezer and my other online friends enjoying the hell out of them.
Right.
If it weren't for the memes, I don't know if I could make it through the freaking week. Where'd you go, Jonezer? Lost Jonezer. There he's back. What happened, man?
Oh, nothing. Just had to talk to somebody.
I don't know what they're on about here. I was a logger for 20 years. First thing I looked at was if the chain brake was on or not. Yeah. Lack called it out. The idiot had the chain brake on in that picture. But you need to see the YouTube video of the Darwin Awards where they show the guy actually pulling the fucking thing.
I've seen the one where the guy's sticking his foot in the freaking wood chipper, trying to get the stuck log in.
That's stupid too. You know what they ought to do? They ought to take the warning labels off of everything and get rid of these.
Yeah, just let God sort them out.
Black bags do matter, so you really should be carrying that around in a see-through bag, I don't guess.
Rickster, you might want to find out where she's going to.
Yeah, she needs a man
She
bad.
looks like she's about to have some fun.
Thank God you were careful with the chainsaw. Oh. Do. 3-year-old bag of frozen peas in my freezer watching me grab pizza rolls again. Because pizza rolls taste better than frozen peas any day of the week. You got to cook them suckers, and pizza rolls go in the microwave. I couldn't imagine anyone actually doing that, but I've seen people kill logging a few times.
Oh, that sucks. It is dangerous work. Doesn't surprise me.
No, I don't have her number. I don't even know what she actually looks like, but she's probably right up your alley. Is that Jack? That is Jack. Oh, speaking of the Autobots, randomly thinking about that time the Autobots forgot their best disguise is turning into cars. Let's wear these overcoats and like the Thing. Put a hat on.
Right. Yeah, they probably pulled it off.
Aren't they huge?
I think some of them are. I don't know. Is Bumblebee huge? I think Bumblebee's not huge.
Well, he's still a Volkswagen, so when he changes into his robot form, he's still going to be taller than you and I in the house.
I don't know. But yeah, like Black says, like the Ninja Turtles and their overcoats.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite line in the movie when he rolls over the taxi cab and the guy's like, "What the heck was that?" And he's like, sort of looked like a giant turtle, in a trench coat. You're going to LaGuardia, right?
Taxi drivers
He
don't
didn't
give a
care.
fuck.
He's bringing New York. Not even interested.
No trespassing. We're tired of hiding the bodies.
Nice.
Keep them out. That sign
My
should.
grandfather had it.
If you go in there, you need to win the Darwin Award. You've been warned.
My grandfather had a sign. They had them beware of dog signs, and his said, "Don't worry about the dog, beware of owner." And it had a shotgun.
You know, Sean brings up an interesting point. Talking about Pintos. You remember Ralph Nader?
I do.
Danger. What was it? Dangerous at any speed. Some shit. I remember at UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. He flew into Birmingham. He was going to do a speech there at the college, and they sent some college kids over to the airport to pick his ass up, and they went in a Pinto, and they had their buddies tailgate the Pinto all the way back to the campus. They said the sweat was rolling down the sides of his face. You don't get that, do you, Jonezer?
I don't think I do.
Pinto's gas tank was in the rear of the car, and there was nothing back there, so if you got rear-ended, it would blow up.
Oh, got you.
Hey, Cool, what's happening, man? Cool to know Gaming is in the house. Good to see you, man. And Lack knows this guy. He's a good friend of his. Good to see you, man. Glad you came in. Yeah, Ralph Nader did run for president. Didn't go too well for him. And there is the link to Cool to Know's page if you want to go and subscribe to him. He is Cool to Know, and he does a lot of cool stuff over there. I've actually watched a couple of his streams. It's pretty cool, man. Ralph Nader, good old penis nose. There you go, George. Remember, he's old enough to remember Ralph Nader and his bullshit. Hello, Short Bus. I found your missing passenger.
Nice.
Oh, all right. My wife broke her foot yesterday, so I'm on nurse duty. Thanks for the link. Oh, man, I hate to hear that, man. I hope she gets better. How'd she break her foot? Better take good care of her. Yeah. Hater. Master Mike right on there, too, with that Cool to Know link, guys. So you got two links there for him. Tell her to get well soon. Is Kermit still with Miss Piggy? I don't know.
Smell his finger. Smell like pork.
Ah, she broke her foot kicking your ass. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Oh, here we go. I like salt. Stopped in to say hi. Yeah, my 79 Pinto wagon was just as vulnerable. Drive shaft and the gas tank was the worry. Yeah. Friday giveaway? Cool.
What are we giving away?
This is a real book, by the way. You can go to Amazon.com and buy this book. A is for Alien, an ABC book.
Wow. Little golden book, even.
Yeah, it's real deal. Let's not a lie here. Hermit says he doesn't always eat pork, but when he does, he does it to take a shower first. Clean and ready.
Nice.
Like says, Brett does some great giveaways, so subscribe. Well, you getting all the cool kids wanting to subscribe to you tonight. Cool. Good, Brett. Good to have you here, and I'm glad you stopped by. You're gonna get some subscribers out of this. Here we go. Get you some curbside anal bleaching today. $4.99 super chat from Cool to Know. Check that out, folks. Thank you so much with a super sticker of a little pear, and he's working out.
Nice.
No hookworm says I like salt. Rickster said he dated a girl that looked like Miss Piggy. Hey.
It's not easy being greasy.
There you go, man. And last but not least, our ice cream machine works unlike McDonald's. Oh, yikes. But then corporate made us take it
Nice.
down. Hashtag petty.
My son, basically, if he orders at McDonald's, he opens with that. So I suppose the ice cream machine's down. That's the first thing he says. He won't even tell him what he wants yet.
Yeah. Ice cream machine down? Yeah. Okay. Turn around, walk out. I've been around a while. I tend to grow on you like a rash on prom night. Oh, sorry, Lack. I thought they knew. All right, I'm a boil on their ass. You can glance it, but it'll still come back. Oh, you knew her too? Okay, cool. Was her name Elizabeth? Oh, don't be outing folks on here, Rickster. We don't need all that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the memes of the week, folks.
Bitch.
Memes of the week. Memes of the week.
Oh, she can't read, Bill. Trust me. Only Elizabeth I knew was wonderful. Okay. It was super hot.
Ooh, looks like some action happening there.
Yeah. Damn, that was terrible seeing Luke and Prego Leia. My eyes are on fire. That was from the very first memes of the week when we first started this. So the intro has, a few memes so that in it from that first memes of the week, and that was the one that when I posted it for the first time, it got a reaction out of Grindhead Jim. I knew it had to go on the show.
Oh, it hits my gag reflex every time I sees it.
Oh yeah. That's what you
I suppose there was a time where they didn't know they was brother and sister. And
he wasn't meant to actually be his sister in the first drafts of all that. That was put in there when he decided to cut it off at number 3 instead of going on with it. But
right.
It is what it is. But this is what you get for tuning into a late night show. You get laughs and giggles and sometimes only related from the neck up. No kissing. Kiss from the neck down, maybe even the waist down.
The nether regions.
Let's move along here.
Ago.
Let's move along here. We're courting community standards here, and we don't want to get YouTube riled up. And they've got that new guy running YouTube that's worse than Susan ever thought about being. And by the way, rest in peace, Susan. And our condolences, Susan Wojcicki's family. Susan's no longer with us. I don't know if you knew that there, Jonezer, but passed away last. I believe last.
You're talking about, anyways.
She was the. She knew the guys that started Google. I think they kind of lived in her garage there at one point, and then when they purchased YouTube, they made her the president of YouTube when Google got hold.
I'm blissfully unaware.
Probably for the best. Are you ready for a comment corner there, Jones? Or?
We can do it. I'll try to make it short, sweet, to the point. We can get some wrestling.
There you go.
Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner.
So let's do this.
Since it's your comment corner, shout it out. It's right there in the super chat there.
All right, Bill and Jonezer's Weird Fantastic Adventures from Nightwing with a $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Nightwing, sir. That is awesome. Today's Comic Corner has been brought to you by Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. It's the show you're watching right now. So anyway, we're going to do something a little different. This is what I'm going to call my hastily prepared top 5 countdown of superheroes you may or may not have heard of. So we didn't do a slideshow. We have maybe a couple crappy images I pulled up real quick, and this is my notes that I prepared for. Here, spoiler alert, that was all of them right there. But what we're going to do here, we're going to talk about some superheroes that you might not know. They've only appeared in a few things. They're kind of obscure. Maybe don't have a movie or a TV show or nothing, but they're some of my favorites. So the first one we're going to do here, I'm going to bring up a quick image. The image is going to replace my handsome face for a second, and then we will get rid of that. But coming in at number 5, we have Darkhawk. Now, Darkhawk was a character in the 90s Marvel had done. Chris Powell gets an amulet, turns into some cybernetic organism, Darkhawk thing. Very cool story. I followed it for quite a while in the 90s. Darkhawk is, to my knowledge, has not appeared in MCU or any of the animation that I'm aware of, or I don't know if they've done anything with Darkhawk at all. Check me in the comics if you know better than I do, but definitely a character that I think would be worth exploring for Marvel, especially the MCU. And yeah, so number 5. Darkhawk. Now didn't mean to do that. So we're get number 4 here. Now number 4 is a Jack Kirby great. Another obscure character that many of you may or may not know. This is the Demon.
One of my personal
Demon is
characters.
a really cool character. He did appear in the Batman the Animated Series for an episode or two, and I think even in the Justice League cartoon series. Are you aware of any other appearances of the Demon?
About outside comics
or movies? Yeah, outside of comics. I mean, like television, movies, any of that.
No. See, I didn't get into the Demon back when Kirby was writing him. I really ought to read those, but I don't have my hands on them. I could get them another way, I guess. But when I was reading him, he had become a rhymer.
Okay.
So he was speaking in rhyme whenever you saw him, and he's an anti-hero, if I'm not mistaken. So he is an actual demon from hell.
Right. Well, the story goes that it was
Batman Brave and the Bold says Gilster said he was on that. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, he was on that. I forgot about that. He was on Brave and the Bold. I believe his name was Jason Blood.
Yes,
and he was fused with the soul of the demon, so he would do the gone the form of man, come the demon. But yeah, that's my number 4 pick, the Demon. I do highly recommend that Kirby run from the 70s. Very good.
Black got a question for you. Darkhawk is supposed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's formed as a question.
See, and I guess that would make sense if you want to go to the ending of the story at the beginning, because to me, and I'm just a traditionalist where I feel like, the character was best when it was obscure and you didn't know what Darkhawk's origins were. But Darkhawk was a street level character. He appeared in like New York City and fought like the Hobgoblin with Spider-Man, and But yeah, later it was revealed that it was like alien technology, and so it would make sense for him to appear in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't know if he did or was supposed to. Yes, he did have a Legends figure, and I think he's mentioned in a Spider-Man video game, but does not appear. But yeah, just kind of a character they're sleeping on. And this list, the order of the list is by my favorite of them. So coming in at number 3, we have another Jack Kirby, Commandy.
Another personal
Last boy
favorite
on
of
Earth.
mine.
Yeah, Commandy is a very overlooked character. I know he appeared on Batman the Brave and the Bold cartoon, and I can't think of much else.
Okay,
that
there was a
DC
there
has
was a
done
there
with
was a there was a DC short that featured him, and if you watch the latest Crisis on Infinite Earths cartoons, I think they're up on Max right now. I don't have Max, but I watched them on the Fandango at home. I actually purchased all 3 of them so my wife and I could watch them. He features in that. His world is one of the Earths.
Yeah, it's kind of a almost Planet of the Apes-esque, like apocalyptic, like the world has ended and the humans are gone and enslaved by the tiger people or whatever.
The animals are anthropomorphic, and Commandy is the last boy on Earth.
Right. And a little known fact, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, who later go on to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they took a lot of leans from Commandy and the Jack Kirby art style when they were coming up with their mutants. That was a very heavily inspired the Ninja Turtles.
After
Commandy's good
Commandy,
stuff.
Kirby worked on Thundar.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So he's still in that post-apocalyptic world type scenario. And I think Commandy has a lot of upside for movies and or even a cartoon show or something. It's just another sleeper character that many people might not be aware of that I think are really good. In fact, Commandy was my number 3 choice. My number 2 choice has had a movie, even though it stunk. He has appeared on Batman the Animated Series, but nothing has really captured the comics, and that would be Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex is a great DC Western character. Very fun, very enjoyable. I've read that new 52 run and I love it in its entirety. The classic stuff obviously is great, but to see Jonah Hex done modern was very cool. Probably never gonna see it, and a lot of the reason why is because of the way the world is. We can't have a guy in a Confederate uniform being a cowboy. The world won't allow it anymore.
I liked Jonah Hex when I was a kid. He was one of my Weird Western Tales, was one of my favorite books to read. And that movie that you mentioned earlier was rather unfortunate, was it not?
It was, because I was super excited. I
Yeah,
thought they had a
good.
great cast for Jonah Hex himself, and yeah, it was. I was very let down, very disappointed. One thing that is some saving grace, if you do want to see Jonah Hex done well, I think there was an animated DC showcase, a very short episode. I think it appeared on the Superman versus Black Adam, Captain Marvel cartoon they did. Really great, and shows you what that movie could have been.
Yeah, and he wasn't featured on the CW Arrowverse shows there a couple of times. I think Legends of the whatever it was called had him on there.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that live action. It was a little better than that unfortunate movie.
Yeah, it's just too bad because I love the character. There's a lot of depth there, and
I don't know if
highly.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if
go
you're
ahead.
aware of this or not, but at one point, I wasn't a fan of this, by the way. At one point, they had him go into the far, far future.
Yes, in the I don't know about the I know in the DC New 52 run, which is the one I recommend, Jonah Hex, All-Star Western New 52. It's a great read. He actually goes into modern day Metropolis, and he's riding a motorcycle, and he comes up on Superman, and kind of neat to see, him time travel some.
Yeah, I think the run I'm talking about was probably in the late 80s, and he was in the far future, science fiction in. I didn't care for that.
No, I didn't either. I saw that run too, and I wasn't a big fan. Well, now we come to my number one pick of obscure comic book characters that they're sleeping on. I have no honorable mentions. This is number one with a bullet for me. I have the entire run. As a 90s kid, this was great. And that is the Sleepwalker. The Sleepwalker was really weird. To try to explain it, it would probably take another comic corner, but I'm going to summarize.
Okay.
Basically, the hero lived in the mind of the character Rick Sheridan, which was kind of, think of him like a teenage Peter Parker-esque character. And when Rick Sheridan would fall asleep, the Sleepwalker would leave his mind and go into our world and learn to fight crime. But he had some crazy powers, like he'd use these mind beams that would like warp reality. He was like super durable. I think there's an issue where he's like hit point blank with a grenade and he's damaged, but he gets right up. So he's a very, very powerful character. I do have a Marvel Legends action figure of the Sleepwalker that it just recently came out in the last couple years. Yeah, he's my number one obscure comic character that I think they kind of sleep on. Pun very intended.
Oh, what you did there.
Yeah, pun very intended. But it's weird enough and cool enough and different enough for it to be really cool. Bob Budinsky was the creator of the Sleepwalker, and the artwork by Brett Blevins in the first issues made me a Brett Blevins fan for life. Like I followed him in anything he did. He did the Shadow of the Batman run. And yeah, the Sleepwalker is a very, very cool character. And it's kind of a convoluted, weird story that, again, I think might be a episode for another day to get into that. But those are my top 5 characters, obscure, that I think DC and Marvel kind of sleep on. Darkhawk at 5, Demon at 4, Commandy at 3, Jonah Hex at number 2, and Sleepwalker at number 1. Now, granted, this is my personal opinion, so it cannot be wrong. But what's your guys' opinion? What do you think? Is there a sleeper character that I left out or an obscure one that you would like to see used? Hit us in the comments. Maybe next time I'll be a little more prepared for my comic corner instead of do it on a sticky note and a couple screenshots. But
don't tell any secrets. Don't tell you secrets. Nobody would have known that shit if you hadn't said.
I like to peel back the curtain and show them what a jackass I am.
There you go. Well, I want to say thank you to Gojitron for being here tonight. I didn't get to shout him out, but I did. I have put him on the screen a couple of times here. Marvel is sleeping on most of its supernatural and horror characters. And I had my hopes up as far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes when they put out that Werewolf by Night special of Halloween last year. But I don't know how they haven't capitalized on that, and they really ought to. Gojitron also says Bob Budinsky and Larry Hama of Transformers, who wrote all the bios for Hasbro. That's correct. Lack asked, does anyone have any Captain Midnight comics or other memorabilia?
No, sir.
Sean says, for a minute there, I heard talk of Etrigan, though. I love when he ran for president.
Oh, I had no idea. That's hilarious.
And Lack Sivrak is laughing over Leather Boy.
You know, I think I will give an honorable mention to character Man Thing. You mentioned
Yes.
that Werewolf by Night. Man Thing would be a fun thing for Marvel to play around with.
Yeah, he's their version of the Swamp Thing. As a matter of fact, they're not. One is not a ripoff of the other. That was a happy coincidence. They coincidentally, at the same time, came up with those characters. And the reason we know this is because there wasn't enough lead time for it to have been a ripoff.
Right.
See, Nightwing says Batman War of God remake of King Tut. And Sean says Man Thing is legit. Yes. And he showed up on that Werewolf for Night by Night special that they did for Halloween last year. I think it's still around on the Disney Plus if you're paying Disney money, and I'm not anymore. But if you want to see a pretty good special, that's it. The Heap, there you go. Gojatron bringing up the Heap there. He came before either one of these guys.
A creature from the Black Lagoon. You know, I mean, it's more or less a bog monster. You know,
It's a swamp man. I mean, the people down in Louisiana have all kinds of tales about swamp men living off in those. All right, well, that's Comic Corner for today. We'll play you out there, Jonezer, and get back into the show.
Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner. It's Joneser's Comic Corner.
So let's do this.
All right, and we're back, and Nightwing shouting you out there, Jonezer. Gilster says, brilliant, Jonezer. See, if you hadn't have told them, if you hadn't have pulled the curtain back, they would have thought that you'd worked all day on that.
well, I did give it a good solid 20 minutes.
That's not the right Jonezer song, Bill. LOL.
Well, quite honestly, when I pull one out of my ass, pull the rabbit out of my butt like that, it's usually a topic I've thought about doing for a while or I'm passionate about. And those were 5 characters that I think about often. So it wasn't hard for me to ad lib on them.
I've often told Jonezer, I said, you could probably come up with a Comic Corner in 5 minutes before the show starts and probably be a damn good one. So I'm not really worried about that too much. That was a great TV show there, Werewolf by Night. And it was made like an old 1980s TV special.
Oh, it was cool.
You remember when CBS would have the special and it would come out, and something good was fixing to come on then.
Well, and it showed you that Disney could do good Marvel material still. And again, I think the Deadpool movie might even prove that, but yeah, you just that's not what we're getting right now.
Gojatron says, my number one obscure character that we'll never get is in a movie is Khazar or Khazar or however you want to pronounce it. I say Khazar. Hello all, just got home from a family function. Well, good to see you there, John. Jones, are you going to cover EC Comics anytime soon? Rickster wants to know.
I don't know. I didn't read a lot of that, so I might have a box of them somewhere. I'll have to look through and do some research on. Maybe.
I got into EC Comics when Gladstone started reprinting them, and then they took the license away from Gladstone and they gave it to someone else. And I think right now it's owned by Russ Cochran, who's been putting out the big hardbound collection. Jonezer, do you have Hulk 180 or 181? He doesn't remember, says Laxi.
I have 181. I'm still looking for a 180.
Okay. And Sean thinks that there was a Khazar movie. I don't think so, Sean. And I tell you what, don't argue with Gojatron. That's not the one to argue with in here. He trumps even us. Ask Jonezer.
We call him Mr. Google. He is Mr. Google.
He's not Googling that stuff. His brain is Google.
Right. Google calls him to see if it's right.
Yeah, exactly. Right on, Brother Jonezer. All right. Let me make sure that this doesn't start as soon as we get in there. We're going to have a nice little show for you here, some wrestling. And I've got it set up so that you and I can comment on it, and I can start and stop it if necessary to do that. Rickster says, I have some Tales from the Crypt, Weird Science, and Weird Fantasies. I was into the Weird Science and Weird Fantasy, but I did get some of the Tales from the Crypt. I think the Vault of Horror and the Witch's Cauldron, or whatever her book was.
If those Tales from the Crypts are originals, even if they're the reprint ones they did in the 90s when the show was hot, they're all valuable. Tales from the Crypt is a hot comic. Reprint or original, that's money.
All right. Bear with me for a second there, Joner. Keep talking, brother.
Bearing with you, sir. Yeah, those weird science, weird fantasy, or even heavy metal. Those were kind of some niche audience, but very, very cool, kind of pulpy comic books, lots of fun. I enjoyed reading those. I remember being a young little Joneser getting those heavy metal issues and all excited because they had boobies in there, and
I was big into heavy metal. Now, there was another magazine, the one that had Gita of Alazar in it. I can't remember what the name of that one was, but it had the girls with no clothes on in it and stuff.
I think what was funny, if you've ever seen the South Park where they make fun of the heavy metal cartoon, that is hilarious.
Yeah. I liked the heavy metal cartoon. There's a story behind that as well, about the rights to the music and all that. But they did a sequel to it. I've never seen that. Have you seen that one? It came out.
I didn't care for it. It was a Heavy Metal 2000. I don't think it was very good. Major boobage. Yeah, that was it. The South Park one. But yeah, I liked the original show. And there's a scene in that where the warrior girl with the sword, and she rides the like dinosaur dragon bird thing, and it's flying over the mountainside. And now that animated sequence by today's standards isn't very impressive. But when you keep in mind that's a moving animation with a simulated moving movie camera as it's swooping through every crack, every crevice on that mountainside, everything was hand drawn, frame by frame, bit by bit. I mean, that was a lot of work to make that sequence work the way it did. So I appreciate that sequence in a different way than most people do, because I understand the love that was put into making it. Whereas now you could probably do it in 4 seconds on a computer and it looked 10 times better.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as good in my opinion. I liked the original animation. Now, Sean says Heavy Metal 2000 was good in his opinion, but it was definitely different and didn't follow the anthology style of the first movie. Now, the first movie actually, each one of those anthology segments was actually something that had been put, or story that was in Heavy Metal magazine back in the days.
Right.
And they kind of stitched it together. Now, the middle part was cut out, but if you got, I think the DVD version had, they didn't actually put it back in the movie, but you could watch what they had done of it before they finally decided they weren't going to finish it.
Right. Yeah, I have the DVD version of it. I don't know what happened to it. I think I lent it to a friend and never got it back.
That's what usually happens. Tales from the Crypt was a good television series, and Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, I like Tales from the Crypt's television show. Those actually redid the comics as well.
They did. I have all of the Tales from the Crypt.
Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix is basically a heavy metal animated series, says Goldtron. Well, I still have the Netflix, so I'm going to have to look into that.
I'm gonna have to do that too.
And so does Sean. Okay. And I wanted to shout out Sue Studio. She's here with us tonight as well. Thank you for showing up. We're getting ready to get into our presentation here, Jonezer. So, wrong one.
Let's do it.
We've already been here. Head it up. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. This is the right one. So I'm going to go ahead and get our wrestling started here. So you guys watched wrestling with us. So this was at the Shrine Building in Coldwater, Mississippi here last week on August the 9th. Some of this footage is actually was done by Crossroads, and some of this footage is done by me. You could probably tell the difference in the footage, and I actually cut this together because if you go over to Crossroads Wrestling's YouTube channel, you can watch these two matches there, but the second match with Justin Daniels has no sound in it for some reason. My version's got sound in it, so we're getting ready to get that started. So let me go down here and hit the button. Go.
So far, I'm kind of impressed with their production quality.
Not bad.
It is the team of Drake the Clown and Solomon Hyde.
And he got kind of hoodwinked by the curtain, so I don't like his chances of fighting.
Now, these are the baby faces, by the way. I didn't cheer them. I actually booed them. And what's nice about going to a show like this is you get interaction back out of the wrestlers while you're in there.
Well, I can see we have a sold-out crowd here, man.
Actually, that's not a bad crowd for what it was. You may even see me lurking around in the background of this.
A few weeks ago.
Well, I'll be watching for you. Do you do the run-in? Do you hit him with a chair or something?
Nah, I'm back there in the back there behind the guy in the black shirt there by the ring post.
This should be good, Barry. I'm excited for this.
So the clowns are the baby faces.
They are. And these guys here are the bad guys, and I cheered them like some of it. They were good. These guys were good.
This is your Crossroads Wrestling.
The guy ringing the bell is Big Lou Winston, by the way. He's an alumni of Memphis Championship Wrestling.
Tell me to shut up. They tie up here. And walk them into the corner.
Roadhog backs Dread into the corner. Dread hits him in the haircut. Hits Storm with the headbutt. Not Storm off the apron. Dread's going to work now. Big hip attack in the middle.
Nipple.
And third. Dread comes out. Dread hits him with the
Oh!
hits him with Storm.
Hey, kick his little feet.
1, 2.
Alright.
Brody kicks out. Storm comes in. Pulls the referee out. Makes him stop his count. Brody hits Brody with another. Sets him up on the rope. Referee begins the count, gets to the count of 3. Brody.
All right.
Still laying there.
Doing the butt squeezes. Now his partner comes in. There's the eye poke there. That's not very babyface tactics there, Bill.
Right in the spine of Brody Hall.
Just telling you, these are the guys they were cheering as baby faces, and these other guys were like supposed to be the bad guys. But I cheered the bad guys. These heels were like right up my alley.
Oh!
And Storm pulls out.
Hey, there we go.
Throws him into the ring post.
Yank his ass out.
Solomon makes his way all the way across the ring, making his way over here towards us. I don't like this. Headbutt from Solomon to Storm. Brothers made his way out now. Goes to Solomon, gives him a big club to the face.
Drops him by the curtain. Got the other clown heading on over. Oh, and he gets knocked on his ass. Take that,
Ring the bell.
clown.
Ring the bell. Referee's throwing this match out.
I don't like clowns, Bill. Hey, they frighten me. So I'm kind of with you.
Referee's throwing this match out. Come on, guys. That's enough. That's enough, guys.
Now, you'd think they'd have got counted out by now of all this.
That's enough. Referee's throwing
I
this
think
match
I've
out.
counted to 30 by now. Throws him back
The
in.
winners of the match. Storm throws her
Oh,
into the ring post.
he took the rep out.
Yeah.
Now that's a disqualification.
They were already
Takes out the
disqualified. They don't
referee.
give a shit right now. They're just beating their ass. Matter of fact, I think Big Lou Winston said, "Beat them down, beat them down."
Wearing out, tearing up the referee's
Okay,
bell.
so they did have
Who's ringing this bell?
I think he's going
He disqualified them while they were outside the ring the first time.
Storm gives a knee to the midsection.
Well, yeah, I must have counted to 50. They knocked out or something.
Tough man. All three from the big room. I take it back.
Deep there.
Storm, all three.
No, not the
Proud
rail.
of the work they're doing.
Yeah.
Bring this bell out. Hold on, man.
Yeah, Jeff's at work. He wasn't able to make it with us tonight. What you doing, boy?
Come on now. Oh, big dread out into the floor.
Yeah, get out of here.
That is Storm.
Ooh, it's
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the highlight right here of this match. I was cheering my ass off when they did this shit.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, watch
Oh,
this. Here,
keep
look back
on.
here. Watch this.
Get the table.
What is it? He's got the table. That was a fat table. Come on now.
These guys are probably making a whole $12 tonight, so might as well.
No, hey, come on, boys. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Oxford. No, I'm doing this again, guys. I tell you what, we all need to do this again, man. I tell you what. They put it.
Yeah, nice sturdy table. Put this clown. Yeah, kick him in.
Last week in Oxford, last time I was in Oxford, they put Dread through the table, and it was Big Daddy Storm.
They're going to give him the Dudley Death Drop here, or whatever they're going to do. The pin already top broken. Oh! Take that! Clown. Watch your face. Hit him with the table piece. That's right. Yeah, he probably just bought that table at Walmart. Kick him again. Well, I'm with you, Bill. These guys are awesome.
They are.
Heckling the crowd. You know, I love it.
We tell them. Get out of here.
Never mess with Savage Brotherhood, ever.
As you sit there,
Nice.
See that little girl right there? I think she was a shield.
The girl's ready to fight, yo. She better be careful.
He's a shield.
come on, let's get him out of here.
I could tell she went to all their matches because the wrestlers knew her.
Regardless, he's still
it's probably one of the kids.
champions. Brody Hawk, Big Daddy Storm,
It's a ringside seat.
Savage Brotherhood.
Probably didn't pay for
But
it.
with their manager, Big Lou Winston.
By the way, Big Lou Winston was an alumni of Memphis Championship Wrestling from back in the day. He was a jobber back in the day. I've actually seen a couple of his matches here on YouTube.
That's enough, Big Lou. Go to the bag. That's enough out of you.
You all right?
I'll tell you what.
Table
We
pieces.
gotta get something better going on
Okay.
here. Somebody come help me. We get some help out here for these guys.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
out there. I don't know what you're doing still on the ground. They barely got you.
Here we got Colton Anderson with two legit Justin Daniels.
Well, yours is over on that side. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please in the ring.
So, these guys know how to walk out of the curtain without the curtain getting.
I like the manager's shirt. It said, haters make me famous.
Nice. Yeah, you got another good ballet.
He is a member of the
You better watch out. That guy in the ring, he's half a bit bigger than he is.
Colton Anderson.
Oh, someone get your kid.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Too legit to quit. Hey, too legit to quit. They got the pink, got the Bret Hart vibe going. Oh, he's a champion too. He's got the belt there. That's all his kid. He gets favorite hug. Title match even. All right.
This is for the Crossroads Heavyweight Championship title.
He's the heavyweight. That guy don't weigh freaking 170 pounds.
About my size, maybe a little bit shorter, but he's not that small. But he just won this the week before in Oxford.
He might be 180. That other guy's 200 pounder for sure. He'd be 250.
That's not really the gun show. Oh, not like the big showing the arms.
I'm going with Fat Boy here just because I got to represent the other fatties in the fatty club. They'll drum me out of the Fat Man Club if I don't go with this. So I'm Team Fat. You know he ain't that fat. Yeah, he flipped him around. Gotta represent us, big belly.
He just won the championship from Deacon Pierce in Oxford a few weeks ago in a battle.
Right. You tossed him
They
like
saw a
a freaking
formation
weapon.
of the new version of the regular crew, it looked like. Along with
Yeah, see, he's won the psychological battle already, though. He's in his head.
Mike Rills.
Oh, yeah, we'll kick the nuts, and then off we go. We'll flip him again. Bang.
Legit to join back up with the regular crew.
Loser. You're the champ. Come on, man. Just got tossed around by a guy who looks like he loads crates at Walmart.
Seen the light.
Oh, he's got his other buddy, but he's untying his shoelaces over there or something. Got him.
Oh no!
Champion my butt, dude. This guy's easy.
In his face.
Oh, you better let him stick around. Oh, you got standing on business, huh? Get in there. Oh, no. Flippy doing him back. Oh, he got the drop kick. Uh-oh. He looks like he's going to fly. Oh, they did the freaking AEW special right out on the ring.
Gives him an extra boot to Big Red out on the floor.
Well, it's a good thing those two guys are there to catch him, Bill. He could have got hurt.
Oh, Big Red out.
Got his shoelaces again.
That's legit, so Colton capitalized.
Hey, terrible. Terrible, yeah. Kicked in the penis. Kicked the rope. See, so it wasn't a foul, right? Kicked the rope. Not my fault his penis was on the rope when I kicked it.
This legit with a close fist right instead of the ring.
You can hear that kid booing. Definitely her dad they're beating up.
Chokes him and then lands a big forearm shot across the chest. Legit.
Bill, I think we're going to have a new champion tonight. That's what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
A new champion.
We'll see. We'll have to watch the rest of the match and find out, brother.
I'm calling it right now. The new champion tonight.
He loses his match.
This guy's washed up. Done.
Grabs the band of legit.
Yeah, they got the whole scheme on. He distracts the referee, and that guy tosses him around like a freaking
He looks to the crowd for approval.
Oh, he hit him in the belly.
This crowd right here is a Justin Daniels style. Let me hear you, Tom. Come on.
Step on his head.
On the back of the neck is legit here. Picks him up. Clubs him again, right to the side of the face. Straight in the jaw.
Oh, man.
Picks him up again, sets him across
Guy
the
got
leg.
like an Abraham Lincoln beard going on here. Dude. He can't be the champion.
Just crushes legit across that middle rope.
I should apply to be the referee. I can see too good to be the referee.
Exactly. You gotta be blind. Remember Jerry California? They did one with him when he had the pencils in his hand and dark shades on.
Wow, they were pulling on his beard too. Yeah, what a dirty move. Oh, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him. Make that step on him. Yeah, just like that. Perfect Denny's breakfast or stand on your stomach. Like that.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I ain't even touching him, dude. He's doing it himself.
Get the life out of him.
Yeah, we're on a new champion. This guy is done.
Referee.
Here it is. 2. Oh, what in the heck? Rob.
Picking up that shoulder.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat on him some more. He ain't ready.
Oh,
punching him in the belly. I keep telling him the belly. He doesn't feel the belly punches, dude. He's too fat.
he just clawed his face,
Not gouge the eyes of your opponent.
gouging his eyes
The
now.
eyes.
Colton's just
You
gouging.
can feel the eye ones. He got the thumbs in there. This guy
Anything right
knows.
now with him. I mean, he's going right to that 5 count that he's got. Just right there.
Oh,
Red pulls him out.
Oh, dude, let's see his friend caught him just to help him. Now he's going to be nice and put him back in the ring.
Spine right on the side of him.
He's
That barrier is
sportsman.
the hardest part of going. That apron is
It's
so
all
hard.
fair play. I have to commend their sportsmanship.
He's got the steel right there on the head. Yep. It's
Like the friggin' champ, just get up off the floor and fight like a man. Oh, dude, you see that? He accidentally tripped and bumped into him.
it's like the brain right
He's
now.
going to be a gentleman again, help him back in the ring.
Get out. You're out of here.
What did he do? He was just helping him. Freaking guy with the freaking Amish beard there and kicking him out.
This match, taking advantage of King Legit. Every time he's down the floor. And the referee's made a decision, it looks like, to throw Big Red out of here. Send Big Red to the back.
That's all right. They got him now. Oh no! What just happened there? What was that? Oh, what a bunch of crap! Are you serious? He did like one little like nose hair pull, and the guy was done. Like, really?
Crossroads Wrestling
Now he's out there posing with his kid.
Legit, Justin Daniel.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Hi, you bloody this film. Now we're in the fifth now. The ticket to this thing, Bill, if I want to go see it.
It was like I said, it was a it was a charity function for a guy who had accidentally broke his neck in a diving accident. It was $10 he had to get into the show.
His Crossroads Wrestling.
That ain't bad at all.
He has done that tonight. I tell you what, hey, hold on. All right, Alan, I know you like to talk.
He's gonna go to the announce table
I gotta
now.
get right here.
Wrapped up his championship win here. I have to admit, Bill, this guy, he pulled a fast one here. I thought he was losing his title for sure.
This was more than just wrestling. This is what Crossroads does, and I hope we made y'all's dreams come true. I know it's not a lot, but it's what we do, and I hope you get every video of it. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
He's right. This is what we do. We come out and we do fundraisers here. Hey, I want to get a big shout out to these two guys right here.
These are the Shriners who donated the building.
Cool.
They help kids.
But for them, this
no
whole
matter
thing
what.
wouldn't be possible.
They got the biggest hearts. I thought we did, but I don't know. Hey, tonight, what we got here? Daddy Storm.
Well, I got to admit, Bill, I was pretty entertained by that.
I'll check this out.
Who's this guy?
That's Big Daddy Storm. Heel.
So we always kind of pay our guys. I don't know if I ever do this.
I see it coming. You want me to?
We always pay our guys at the end of the night a little bit, just a little bit, gas money. They just gave it back to me. Yeah.
The heel came out and donated his money from the match back to the fund for the kid.
Oh, he's back again.
Now you got to take it.
September 28th, if you want to see more great action, this is where you need to be at. We thank the Shriners because they do this. The Smith family, God bless you all. And thank the rest of the community who decided to come out here and support you guys. Remember, the communities you live in are what matters the most. The people in those communities. You see people from all different backgrounds in here tonight. Everybody. That's what it should always be about. We love you guys. For the Smith family, we love you. Y'all be safe going home. See you at the 28th.
I didn't hear a word that guy said.
He thanked everybody for being there, and he said that being together like that's what the community is all about. That's him right there with me.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
There you go, guys. That was the wrestling show that I went to. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Watch the show back over again, and you can hear what he had to say. But yeah, Big Daddy Storm, I think, is the leader of this. So he's pretty much the guy that's training these guys. I know I'm frozen on the screen here. I mean, camera. But anyway, yeah, I got to talk with him for a minute after the match was over with. I wanted to do an interview with him, but I didn't have the guts to ask. I just went up and told him great show, shook his hand, got a selfie with him. I want to try to go to another one of these matches. I would love to get these guys, one of these guys, to come on the show sometime and get an interview or something, but we'll see what goes.
That'd be great.
But
I'd
like
say
I
you
said,
should reach out to these guys and see if it's okay if we riff on their matches and use their material on our show, because I would love to do more wrestling on here.
Yeah, look in the description below, guys. There are links to their Facebook page, their YouTube page, and their website down in the description of this tonight's live stream. Please do support these people and support what they do. And they actually film their matches and put them on YouTube as episodes. They don't put the whole show on there, of course, just the highlights of the big matches. I do have some footage of a couple of the other matches that was there besides these two, but these were the highlights. These were the ones that really stuck out to me because these were the guys that had been working hard and learning their craft. And I think Big Daddy Storm, like I said, he's legit, and I think he's been teaching these guys how to wrestle. You could tell by his speech there at the end. Like I said, he's not a heel. He is actually a good guy, and they're all cool. Even the fucked up clowns were cool. I mean, it was funny because we cut some of the bullshit out of this, but there was one point when the clowns were sitting in their corner waiting for the bad guys to come out. The little kids were over here cheering the clowns, and I'm sitting there booing them. And Dredd turned around and he looked at me, and I said, "Boo! Hiss, boo!" And he hit Solomon Kane. And he pointed at me, and I said, "Boo!" And they were like upset because I was booing them. Everybody else was cheering them.
You know, I did that myself that we have a local wrestling league out in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I've gone to their show a couple times, and my wrestling taste, I tend to be a little more of a heel fan myself. And so like they have this guy and everybody's cheering him, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And I'm cheering the guy that's beating on him. And the little kids were confused. They turned around and looked at me. They're like, "Those are the bad guys. You're cheering for the bad guys." And I says, "Well, that's because I'm a bad guy too."
It was funny. Lou Winston, if you saw him in the green shirt ringing the little bell and agitating the crowd, there was at one point, and I think it was on the curtain jerking match, the guy was in there and he was whooping on the good guy, and everybody was booing and everything. I'm sitting there cheering and everything. And Winston, he didn't realize what I was doing there at first. He turned around and he goes, "You want to go in there, boy?" And I go, "No, I want him to win." "Oh, you're with us. Okay." It's funny. And getting over here to the chat real quick there. Richter says, "Mike, if you wrestle, I will be your manager."
Pretty legit offer there, Mike.
Lack Sivrak wants me to go to the Angola Rodeo with him in October. Man, I wish I could if I could get off of work, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm out of PTO time right now. Richter with some high praise said this was better than WWE right now. I kind of agree with him on that one, to be honest with you.
Same. I actually cared about what happened in it, so
they told a story in the ring, and that's what I told Big Daddy Storm when I talked to him after the match. I said, "You told a story in there." As a matter of fact, I didn't need to know the backstories of what was going on to understand the story that was happening in the ring. Yes, Justin Daniels was approached by the bad guys to be part of their team, and he refused, and now they've got bad blood with him over that. That's the backstory there, guys. But you don't need to know that backstory. You saw everything you needed to see right there in the ring.
Yeah, they were teaming up against him, and then he overcome the insurmountable odds, and with the distraction of his partner being removed, he took advantage and snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. It was a great story they told.
Say hello to the bad guy, says Susudio. And Mike Fee said
hello to the bad guy.
Mike Fee liked that match, and Richter says, "I want to see a wrestling match and not know what goes on in the locker room and like WWE." Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there are too many backstage segments. Or for a while there, and I haven't watched in probably 10 years regularly, but I could tell you for the first 20 minutes of Monday Night Raw, there was Triple H and Stephanie in the ring just talking.
Yeah, and that's been going on since the Monday Night Wars, where it was more blah 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 blah, standing in the ring, blah blah blah, instead of just wrestle, motherfuckers. We want to see people wrestle.
Right. Like I remember when it would start out and there'd be a match. Not, some guy that's sitting there going on forever. It's like, so the show would start and I'd go to the fridge and get something to drink, and then I'd come back and he's still talking. So I put my drink down, I'd go to the bathroom, and I'd come back and they're still talking. I'm like, and they're not even saying anything. It's like, if you watched the show last week, he's basically just recapping it.
I got tired of that shit. Lack wants to know who our favorite wrestler of all time is. We'll start with you, Jonezer.
That's tough. To pick my favorite all time, that's tough. I'm gonna take two because I can't pick. I'd have to say Macho Man Randy Savage or Rowdy Roddy Piper. Probably my two favorite. And their heel work and their babyface work were equally good. And that's why I picked those two, because they could play it either way. Some people could only be a baby, or some people could only be a heel. Rowdy was just as good of a heel as he was a baby, and Macho was the same way.
I'm going to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And tag teams. Favorite tag team of all time.
I'm going to have to say the Midnight Express, and mostly because I loved listening to Jim Cornette. I didn't realize it as a kid, because as a kid I hated him, but as an adult, every time I watch that back, I just love hearing old Jim Cornette talk his trash.
Well, I'm going to go with the Fabulous Ones, and if you don't know who they are, then you never watched Memphis Wrestling, but they were the ones that broke my heart. If you've never heard that story, I'll tell it real quick. They were having a feud with the Sheep Herders, better known as, I guess, the Bushwhackers when they got up to the big guys, but they were real tough, big guys, and they didn't play it for laughs when they were playing the Sheep Herders, the New Zealand Sheep Herders. And they would come out and play Waltz and Matilda, and they would salute that New Zealand flag, and then they would use the flagpole to try to poke Stan Lane's eye out with it or something like that during the match. Well, we were at the Civic Auditorium in Clarksdale, Mississippi, me and Anthony, not Jonezer here, but my brother, real brother. And we ran around in the back of the building where the Fabulous Ones limousine was, because they came in a limousine. And we were by the backstage door knowing that they would come out to get in the limousine. And when the backstage door flew open and the Fabulous Ones came running out, the limousine door opened up and the Sheep Herders were in the limousine saying, "Get in, guys, get in."
And exposed it.
It's not real. Fake. But yeah, that was my favorite tag team back in the day, and still is today. And they actually got permission from the Fabulous One himself, Jackie Fargo, to use his gimmick and the strut.
I got to admit, when I was younger, I was a big Bret the Hitman Hart guy. And I really, really, really enjoyed Bret Hart. And I'd have to say that probably the period of time when I was the most into the wrestling was when they did because you mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Steve Austin, when he started out, a lot of people don't remember, it was more of heel work. He was just mean, rotten. When I saw him, and it hit Bret Hart took his crutch out of his hand and hit him with his broken leg. And they put him in the ambulance. And then he was the ambulance driver and jumped in the back and beat on him some more. I think right then I flipped.
You know, that was the thing. Steve Austin was what they call a tweener, I guess, because he was supposed to be the heel, but people were cheering him. They didn't know what to do with him at first.
Good. I remember him coming out, and I hated him at first, but then you start to like him because he's making you laugh. You know, you come out and Gorilla Monsoon, and he's like, "Hey, they call you a gorilla, and you walk around like a jackass. Yeah, I got a dozen bananas, and I can tell you where you can stick every damn one of them."
All Music Fan 88 finally got home from work. Good to see you, sir. Hey. You're just in time for some music and fun. Jackie and Rough House Fargo. There you go. And getting back to the chat here real quick, try to catch up real quick. Rickster says his favorite bad guy was Abdullah the Butcher. He scared the hell out of him, and he would chase after me outside the ring. And Susudio's tag teams were Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express.
Oh, yeah, those were great. Yeah, and any promotion, those two were together, they lit the house on fire.
Rickster wants Jeff to get him a Horde Trooper, and is that a Walmart exclusive? LOL. The Crusher.
I'll tell you one that scared me when I was younger was the Papa Shango.
Yeah,
that was when I was younger, and I believed it when he had the Ultimate Warrior puking, and I was like, oh my god, he's killing him.
You put the S in front of Hitman is what I think of Bret Hart. That's the bottom line.
That was the best time, I think, for WWF wrestling, was right then. And then when they had that WrestleMania match and Hart comes back and he does probably the greatest heel promo I've ever heard, where he does the whole, I'd like to thank all my Canadian fans. And I'd like to thank all my fans in Europe. And I'd like to thank all my fans in Australia. And the crowd just booing. And he did something that was so unique to the time, is he was a heel in America, but he was a baby everywhere else.
Lack's got to run because his wife got home. We won't go into what he's planning on doing there, but there we go. You take care and tell your wife we said hey. And Lack also brought up an old-timey wrestler there. I used to see him occasionally run through Memphis, give Jerry Lawler a chance at the belt, and Jerry Lawler would always lose, and that would be Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah.
Back in the old AWA days.
Was awesome.
The AWA heavyweight champion of the world, Nick Bockwinkel.
I like to watch Jesse the Body Ventura. Very good there. If you can get Kurt Hennig and Scott Hall before they were Razor and Perfect over there in AWA, they were very good there.
Rickster liked Bruiser Brody, and Kamala scared him. I actually met Kamala a couple times. He lived over in Senatobia, Mississippi. Susudio, my favorite managers were Classy Freddie Blassie, Mr. Fuji, and Captain Lou Albano, and Jimmy Hart.
The old mouth of the South.
I watched Jimmy Hart when he was at his finest, leading the First Family in Memphis, Tennessee. He told Coco Ware, he said, if you want to stay in the First Family, you got to shine my shoes. Sweet brown sugar. Sweet brown sugar, you want to stay in the First Family, you got to shine my shoes, boy. Ooh. That didn't go over very well, I'm going to tell you right now.
I bet not. They'd go over even less today.
Yeah. Well, that was back in the day when they used to say stuff like, you got your ghetto fortune cookie there. What's a ghetto fortune cookie? Well, it's a pan of cornbread with a food stamp shoved in it.
See, that's a great joke, but everybody nowadays is too soft for it. It's too bad.
Jimmy Hart was a professional musician before he became a manager in wrestling. And you can tell by the music. We played his music on here before, Lance Russell's Nose. Speaking of Lance Russell's Nose, I'm not playing that right now, but we do have some music and fun we want to get to. The show has run over a little bit, or is going to. So let's get to the music and fun real quick for everybody, and we'll play one round of that. And if you guys want some more, you know how to entice me. So get ready, Jonezer, because here we go.
E-Man getting ready to the blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Gotta wash away the dirt from the day. Evelyn and Tila got something to say. Grab that soap, start to ladder up now. Nobody's gonna go down on you. Water splashing as we sing this song. Staying fresh is where you belong. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Evelyn has got demands. Teal's watching, wash that cock. No more grime and no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rub a dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the queen and sing along. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. clean, shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. He-Man getting ready for Super Blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Skills watch and wash that cock. No more grinding, no more dirt. Clean up, you big pervert. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Evil Lynn has got demands. Tila's watching, wash that cock. No more grinding, no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rubber dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the clean and sing along. And sing along. Dream, gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go.
Jonezer went on vacation under California sun. Lost his wallet on purpose, just to dodge and have fun. Hit the beach like a hero, no sunscreen on his skin. Burned up brighter than red fire, wore his courage paper thin. Live it up in the sunshine, lose yourself in the ride. Jones's wild vacation, it's a roller coaster slide. Cards and slots in the evening, love came knocking on his door. Royal flush hit the jackpot, didn't need that wallet no more. From beachside birds to poker gold, Jonezer had a blast. With every twist and turn, he made memories that last. Hit the beach like a hero, no big hero, sunscreen on his skin. On his skin, burned up brighter than red fire, wore his courage paper thin. Hit the beach like a hero, no big hero, sunscreen on his skin. On his skin, burned up brighter than red fire, wore his courage paper thin. Live it up in the sunshine, lose yourself in the ride. Joneser's wild vacation, it's a roller coaster slide. High. Cards and slots in the evening, luck came knocking on his door. Royal flush hit the jackpot, didn't need that wallet no more. From beachside birds to poker gold, Jonezer had a blast. With every twist and turn, he made memories that last. From beachside birds to poker gold.
Flames are pouring from the buildings now. There's cars toppled, buildings entirely just crushed and crumbled. I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
In the great hall of the Justice League, of the Justice
Yep, it's time. All Music Fans 88 says, I see all those figures on the screen and we don't have one of them made yet. Richter says that he's seen those hand videos of Jonezer on YouTube. Not kidding, he's become an icon. You don't even know what we're talking about, do you?
No, I haven't a clue.
'Tis the opinion of this reporter that he should be running also. Right. Yes, Duck Time, folks. We've had a great show. I hope you enjoyed wrestling tonight as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. We had a good time. And Jonezer, you got anything planned for tomorrow for the show?
No, I don't have no show planned. I'm gonna go swing some golf clubs with my buddy out in La Crescent, Minnesota. Go to the driving range, hit a bucket of balls.
Okay, sounds like fun. I've got Sunday Hangout coming at 12 noon Central Time tomorrow. Folks, join me. I don't know what I'm going to do for it, but I'll pull something out of my ass, kind of like Jonezer did for Comic Corner. But here we go. In the meantime, everyone, please have a good journey. See you next time on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Stay fantastic. Keep on collecting. Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.